HAMZA Anwar. I have him on the set. Of course, we are going to be talking just a little about his Safari Rally program. He is going to race, and maybe just a little bit, where he started motorsport. I know he's not more than 3 years or 4 years old in motorsport. So, HAMZA, welcome on Hypersport.
Thank you very much. Greetings all.
So, who is HAMZA Anwar? You know, we saw you, Hypersport saw you, they nicknamed you Problem Child, and later the name changed to Speedy Problem. So, who is HAMZA Anwar?
It's a difficult one. It's difficult to explain yourselves. Maybe my competitors would have a better explanation of me. But I'm friendly on the outside, but very competitive when it comes to rallying. Very extremely competitive. Always have been. I've been now in motorsport coming close to maybe 7 years. I started autocrossing when I was young, when I was 17, until I was about 19. I did my first rally, which was in a Datsun Triple S. It was a mini classic. It was quite random, and that's how it started. Then I went back to the UK, finished my studies off, the norm, and I got an opportunity. We had bought a GVB. Because we had started the business that we were supplying and renting cars out to the rally fraternity, and then we were supposed to rent it out in 2020 for the first WRC, and then COVID came. So it was my birthday weekend. I got a very lucky birthday gift to drive the GVB at the time. We bought it from Don Smith. So we drove the GVB in Arusha. It was actually decided on a party by a couple of my dad's friends who forced him to give me the opportunity. I'm very thankful for. And it started in 2020 seriously. Before that, I was just doing sprints, autocrosses. It started, and first rally out, I was already second or third fastest in the first section. So my dad knew I had it in me. Everyone knew I had the speed. But like my dad says, it's all the other things that come around it. You need a good sponsor, you need your fitness, you need psychologically to be your mind needs to be clear. So, I was a bit younger at the time, and it took off. I did well. I think I finished 4th. I broke the car a lot, so I finished 4th. I didn't have any team orders, it was just go and finish the event. So already, I think we were pushing a bit too hard, but it was my first rally. I had no idea how to pace myself, but the speed was evident, and we had a standard computer at the time as well. So we did well, and then immediately after the next year followed the Equator Rally. So unfortunately, I was actually 3rd overall, but my car didn't comply at the time to the ARC specifications. So overall, I would have been 3rd, but I ended up finishing 5th. But it was a fantastic result. First time out, Kenyan national podium. My first proper KNRC. I had done 3 rallies before that, Kenya Nationals, but all in Toyota Sprinter, one that Aman Ganatra also drove at one point. It's funny enough, he's followed all my cars. So from there we started basically from the GVB, from the Sprinter, Triple S Sprinter, took a break, was doing sprints in between, then I was studying, came back into the GVB, did 2 events, sold the car because it didn't comply to ARC regulations. So I went and bought an Evo 10, which is, everyone knows it as the ex-Horsey car, the KBP. And that car kind of now, I started to do well, started to learn, pace myself. And within that year, it was a very good year. I got so much recognition. I was recognized into the FIA Rally Star project. And that was fantastic. That's now in 2021, just after the Equator Rally, followed by Safari. So it was a very big surprise. We came into the Rally 3 Fiestas that were still a very fresh concept. So now we've moved on to the Rally 3s, did 2 seasons, There were a bit of politics here and there in the team, a lot going on. And unfortunately, I rolled the car also on my second event, just on the free practice in Tanzania. You know, stuff happens. I was learning, it was a very new concept from Group N. So ended up driving the Evo, as a lot of Ugandan fans remember when me and Jas had an epic battle in the R4 Evo 10s. It was a very, very muddy rally. 2022 that was.
Yeah.
So I did a couple of events in the Evo, half the events in the Evo, and then managed to do 3 events in the Rally 3. And that year we knew if we were going to get the opportunity to win the title, the Junior Africa Championship, we'd have to win every single round outright. So I actually get goosebumps because I knew it was a lot of pressure at the time, and we took it. We won every single one, and every single event we did was a podium overall. So we were 3rd overall in Rwanda, Zambia, and Tanzania. Uganda, Kenya was disaster. Kenya, we managed. No, we didn't manage to get points. We were leading the WRC 3 fight. We were battling with, I believe, Diego Dominguez. There were a lot of big names we were fighting with, and then unfortunately on the second last stage, the car sucked in dust. So that was 2022. But we won the junior championship. So it was my first FIA championship, and then that gave us, the promoter backed us, the FIA backed us to go to the world championship. So we didn't know it was going to happen, but we knew it happened for McRae. And then fortunately, the odds were not in our favor. And then, you know, everything turned around, alhamdulillah. So things became better. And then we did the Junior WRC season, a very big learning scheme. We did Rally Sweden, Rally Croatia, Rally Estonia, Greece, and about 5 events, 5 events around there. Were successful, but in the Acropolis rally, I had a very big crash. I was lying second at the time when I crashed. So that would have been really, really good for points, but it didn't happen. And that was only my first year, and I was already knocking on podium doors on my first year. The rest of the lads had been there for 2 to 3 years, the top drivers. So anyway, that was fantastic exposure, fantastic experience. I'm featured on the WRC 10 game. So, you know, fantastic. I mean, what else more would you want? And then the same year in 2023, we managed to win a second championship. And that was really good. We did that on a budget. So we had a bit of Kenya Airways sponsorship, we had a bit of Safaricom. So I've always raced on sponsorship. I've always been lucky enough and grateful, touch wood, I've always had good sponsors. So we did well. We did the next year, we won the junior championship again. Then 2024 was kind of the last time I made a serious debut, and that was in Uganda. So we, you know, unfortunately the team wasn't quite there yet with the car. Yes, I had to learn the car. I'm still learning the car, but there was a lot of things we had to change around. And luckily now for the upcoming WRC, I'm very happy. I've got a fresh team. I've got, you know, a race engineer. I've got a proper M Sport mechanic, qualified. So the new team that I'm working with is fantastic. Already we've tested once, picked up on a lot of things that went wrong the last time. So that was very helpful for me to understand where I lie, because I believed I had the right setup. So, you know, when you think you're right and you're wrong, that's what happened. Sure. So 2024 didn't have a good Pearl of Africa. We finished third, but the car's diff settings were wrong. You know, there was a lot in the preparation that wasn't right. It wasn't really on my side, but that's life. That's how things turn out to be like that. The mechanics were fantastic, but they just didn't have the experience of running a Rally 2 car, because these cars you need to call the right people and who have the experience and do it the right way. And as I've been doing that, I've also been doing a bit of driver's training in the background, which I haven't really posted on social media. So that's out for you guys. So I'm really looking forward to the safari. I've done a lot of preparation. I've lost 12 kilos. So, you know, with all this mess, I kind of let go of rallying for almost 2 years after Pearl. Didn't have a good experience, left rallying at it. Didn't have a good sponsor. But now I'm very thankful. I have new sponsors now. The second sponsor I will not mention until the launch, but the first one is called Saruni. So they've been fantastic. It's a real estate company, and they're doing, you know, they're really supporting me, and I'm very thankful. They're selling properties all over East Africa now, so we'll be marketing them all over the African Championship. What a great way to market. So yeah, really happy with the new team I have this year. Cleared out what I didn't need, and God has shown me the way straight. So looking forward to it. It's going to be a very good season. I hope I can manage to do the rest of the rounds because they're quite compact. And yeah, looking forward to it. I know Karan Patel's been working very hard. HAMZA ANWAR has been working very hard. I hope Jeremiah can, I know he's doing Safari, but I hope he can do the rest of the ARC season with us. Now I'm very motivated to come back. There's good competition and I'm really looking forward to it.
You are undecided which car you are going to use in the Safari Rally, the upcoming Safari Rally. And Papa was suggesting you go for the Rally 3. Again, as you're looking at the ARC, would you still want to run an R3, or you're coming with a Rally 2 car throughout?
I would love to come into a Rally 2 car, depending on my sponsor's budget. Of course, I'd like to bring a Toyota in. If not, I'll settle for a Skoda. But because the Fiestas are going to be taken shortly after Safari. If not, we can continue with the Fiestas, but it's just to see which cars get rented out during the WRC, because Carl Tundo is driving one, and there's an unnamed driver who will confirm in the next week or so if he's driving. But yeah, plan A is the 1.0, we call her, the R5. Or maybe Michilika, we're still yet to decide. Okay. And then if Plan A doesn't come through, we go to Plan B, we drive the Rally 3. A brand new Rally 3 is coming in, Evo Spec, the latest specification. Oh. So then we'll see if we decide to stay with the Rally 3 for the Rally 3 Cup, or we go for the whole championship. It'll depend on our result from Safari.
You're running Naveen Prigida, is it?
Puligulia, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is he committed to the full?
Yes, Naveen, we've spoke to him. Sorry, as you guys know, I'm rallying, but I'm also trying to keep everyone else's passion alive and keep the championship going. So yeah, this year we actually have a good lineup. A minimum of 3 cars we're supporting in the Africa Championship. So 2 cars, actually 4 cars will be in ARC2, hopefully, and 1 Rally 3, if not a couple more. We are also working on the next team after the Safari who will buy the cars or will rent them. We're working with them, so we'll hopefully have a lot more junior drivers and a new flair to the championship. So that's our aim this year as Africa Eco Motorsport. But from a HAMZA ANWAR racing perspective, I rely on AEM. Whatever the consequences of Safari are, I go with afterwards. Okay. I get second choice basically. Okay. But look, I'm looking out for a lot more sponsors from Burundi, Rwanda, Uganda. You know, I would be very proud to come and also promote the local businesses if they're willing to, push their brand with me. I'm very happy and looking, anything is accepted, anything from the parts to the logistics to the food we eat to the hotel accommodation. You know, our arms are open. Anything small is accepted, anything big is accepted just as it is from a small sponsorship. So we will try and do our best to give value. And yeah, I just miss the old flair, you know, like Jas being around and Leroy being around, and you know, the whole camaraderie of having more drivers in the championship. But that's what we as AEM on the side are also trying to promote.
Where do you see HAMZA ANWAR in the future there?
Okay, you know, the sky is the limit for everyone. I still have 2 years of junior. So, you know, I mean, I can always come in a Rally 2 and try and win the championship. So, you know, the it's a mix and match, but I would like to race internationally. It's always been a dream of mine to go and race outside, because I feel in Africa we're very limited in terms of terrain. When I went to race in Europe, the boys were much more sharper. Not to say they were faster drivers, but they were fast because they're used to fast roads. We have flat out stages, yes, but we have a lot of rough and a lot of tricky stuff that damages the new FIA cars a lot more, and our mileages and the cost, everything has come up so much, because I'm so experienced in running from historic cars behind us to the fully fledged Rally 2 cars to a Rally 3 car to a Group N car. I'm very versatile in understanding each car. So what I've come to realize is the ARC2 cars should be backed more, and the Rally 3 car is very affordable. The R5s or Rally 2 is very expensive unless you have a very, very healthy sponsor. Some of the teams who have been running them have the budget to run them and have had the budget, so good on them. But for the other drivers who also are very talented, are being held back for that reason, and that's the main reason that guys kind of back up from the ARC. So it's not the drivers who are driving the R5's fault, it's a bigger problem that needs to be addressed for our economy as well. You know, when in Europe you have 50 R5s entering an event. Here we only have 5 if we're lucky, and we call that a big battle. So that's where we really have to pick up from there. But other than that, Rob, honestly, the sky is the limit for me. I would like to do the ARC. I'm planning to do the ARC, the remaining rounds, because I'm running a lot more cars. So my cost as Hamza will come significantly less. And I'm going to come for a good fight.
Sure.
I want to throw a couple of punches and receive some as well.
You've heard it all from him. Maybe we'll have to tell you more about Africa Eco Motorsport.
I'm sure you've taken some videos around. A lot of the cars we have 2 sites. So this is usually the assembly side and the ready cars. So right now there's a big operation. We're running probably 10 to 12 cars during the safari. Quite a big commitment. So I basically, my safari started last December. As soon as I got back from Saudi Arabia, we just ran Naveen in Saudi Arabia. First African team to go international like that and ship the car, do everything apart from drive and navigate. Even recce service. So we did all that for Naveen, and he did well. He finished 2nd in class, so fantastic. Shows the team has really developed and come up. And now the team is bigger and better than ever. We've upgraded our staff, our engineers. We have software engineers now. We've got a couple of guys who worked with M-Sport, so really happy on the new projection for 2025. Also, we've, we hire a lot of the classic cars, and we encourage young drivers to actually come to the classic category and do a couple of the smaller classics, if not the big, because the budget is high. Because these cars and these roads that we use teach you all you need for the Africa Championship. So I actually promote this because it's where I came from, and it gave me a lot of success in reading the road, reading the terrain, and not so much on the pace note side, but each driver has his own pace notes. So that's why I encourage doing historic rallying, because the tougher the event, the more you learn. And then when you come into the safari, it's almost a walk in the park. You understand how to approach things, how to approach a river crossing, how to approach the fesh. You'll have an idea. So that's why I'll just be honest, I shouldn't be saying this, but the secret to rallying in Africa is actually doing these classics, the historic rallying, because it's teaching you to drive on the worst of the worst terrain. And it will definitely make a better driver out of he or she. So we're doing a lot of this. We have some secret development programs going behind the curtain. So we're working on some Toyotas. I will not specify with who or when or what. But it's going to be a very big project. I'm sure the respective people will release this project soon before the WRC. So that's just some candy for you guys. It's going to be very interesting. We have an amazing new crop of drivers. Not so much out of Tanzania so far, but Uganda, Zambia, Kenya. We have been collectively everyone has been working on the next generation, and I really admire this. It's something that I didn't get support of when I was coming up, and I want to give that support to the next generation so they can pass it on. So this is the main thing, especially me and Dad share the passion. I mean, a lot of people talk rubbish, so many cars, so, you know, the world will always talk anyway, they're all jealous.
Yeah.
But, oh, how many of them are running? You know, it's the same question I get asked by a lot of people, and it makes us laugh because, you know, a rally car after a rally comes back and it's inspected and checked and, you know, getting ready to the other. Sometimes we feel we have supported the sport. I mean, if you look at the entries, especially in Uganda, the top 5 cars were all, the top 10 cars in the last season were all supplied by AEM and all been running very well. So that goes to show. We've been running Carl Tundo for 4 years. This is going to be the 5th year. Yes, I mean, not much credit to us. We were learning, but he's a fantastic driver. He's been able to bring the car in first overall and beat everyone else. So fantastic. We've also learnt a lot from him, and it's also boosted us. So we have the confidence to take on more now. So there's a flock of Rally 3s coming in, and then we're also introducing 2 Rally 4 cars, which are front-wheel drive turbos. So we want to promote those cars because they're much cheaper to run and they're very fast. In the right hands, they'll beat a Rally 3.
Sure.
So we want to promote this. It's not all about the R5s. Yes, it's good if you have the budget, well and good. We have 3 of them. But yeah, we're planning to sell them. But AEM is on a roll. We're looking to help out, guys. Guys, look out. If you're not sure about something, pick up the phone, give us a call, drop us a DM, drop us an email if you have any inquiries. We're not out there to bomb you guys. Yes, we're a business, but we're very fair and very reasonable. We have also national cars, you know, like the old Subaru N10s. You know, we have like a front-wheel drive ex-Rio Smith's car. So we have these kind of cars that we're helping to promote, and we also look at your pocket and what you want to achieve. That's the first question we ask you. What's your aspiration? What do you want to achieve? And then we go from there. A lot of the drivers come to us for starting up. You know, they just want to have some fun and this, that, the other. We all know motorsport is not cheap, but we're trying to make it accessible because for years and years we have been lied to, and we're tired of it. We're tired of being ripped off. We're tired of being conned. We want to do things that benefit people, and we want to get the right people in the right place to channel motorsport in the right direction. And that is my aim, and I'm going to do it. If it's meant 2 years, I stay off the championship, I've done it, but I'm back, baby.
He has said it all. You have heard it all. So, did you know that you can come here and rent or buy a rally car? So, Africa, we got you covered. And actually, the whole world, we got you covered. You may get what you're looking for from right here at Africa Eco Motorsport. So, any last words, Hamza?
Love to you all. Sorry for not coming to the Pearl of Africa, but my heart is with you guys the whole way through, and we'll be back this year, definitely.
The speed problem. Thank you so much for watching. It's Rob Styles always here to give you motorsport across the continent. Hypersport, where motorsport comes live.